So, let's go to summary. So, i-summarize natin class yung case letter A, B, and C. So, in case letter A, B, and C, sa case letter A, di ba, mas mataas yung sales kaysa sa production. So, sales is greater than production. So, yung effect sa profit or loss nun, under variable costing, mas mataas ang income kaysa sa absorption income. So, take note of that. In case letter B naman, baliktad. Si sales, mababa kaysa sa production. Ibig sabihin, yung variable income is mas mababa kaysa sa absorption income. Case letter C naman, sales is equals production. Walang pinagkaiba. Ang effect sa profit or loss, wala ding pinagkaiba. So, ibig sabihin, class, every time nasasagot kayo ng problem, tignan nyo kaagad yung sales at saka production. Kung sino yung mas mataas sa kanila dalawa, or di kaya kung sino yung mas mababa sa kanilang dalawa, yun na kaagad yung magiging benchmark mo. So, parang you have an idea na kaagad ano yung sagot. Naintindihan? May idea ka na kaagad. Let's say, for example, in case letter A, kapag nakita mo yung sales mas mataas kaysa sa production, yung income under variable costing is mas mataas kaysa sa absorption income. Ganon din sa kabila, sa under case letter B. Kapag yung sales mas mababa kaysa sa production, ibig sabihin, yung variable income mas mababa kaysa sa absorption income. Naintindihan? So, that is the summary. Sample problem number 3. So, let's go with sample problem number 3. So, profit or loss calculation, normal capacity is not equal to actual production. So, dito na class, di ba magkaiba si normal capacity at saka si production. Si normal capacity, yan yung siniset ng company na, let's say for example, binigyan, ito yung materials. Let's say for example, isang truck ng kahoy, let's say for example, yung isang business is furniture. Ito yung materials, isang truck ng raw materials na kahoy. So, ang normal capacity ng company is dapat 20,000 units. So, that is the normal capacity. Yung production naman, so, normal capacity 20,000. Pero yung actual production is, let's say for example, 19,000. So, may difference silang dalawa. Naintindihan? So, sample natin. Hunter x Hunter Corporation has the following standard cost and production data in 2019. So, unit sales price 200, variable cost 120, unit fixed overhead 20 pesos, unit variable expenses 10 pesos, unit fixed expenses 5 pesos, beginning inventory 4,000 units, normal capacity 20,000. So take note class, ito yung normal capacity nila 20,000. Take note, fixed costs are also based on normal capacity. So fixed cost daw class is based on normal capacity. I know, not fixed cost class fixed expenses rather. So namali lang ako ng type. So fixed expenses are based on normal capacity. So ibig sabihin kapag magko-compute kayo mamaya, itong fixed expenses na 5 pesos sa 20,000 nyo i-multiply, hindi sa production. So this is the requirements. Determine the operating income under absorption costing and variable costing under each of the following cases. Case letter A, ang production is 21,000. Sales is 22,000. Case letter B, ang production is 18,000. The sales is 15,000. So pansinin nyo na kaagad class. Case letter A, mas mataas si sales. Ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung operating income under variable costing. So, ganyan paano sumagot ng isang problem. Under case letter B naman, mababa yung sales kaysa sa production. Ibig sabihin, mababa yung operating income under variable costing kaysa sa absorption costing. So, this is the solution. Case letter A. So, sales is 20,000 units. Production is 21 units with volume variance. First, compute the volume variance because the actual production is not equal the normal capacity. So, itong volume variance class, yun yung pinagkaiba ng normal capacity at saka ng actual capacity. So, wala na itong pesos class ha. Units yung pinag-uusapan dito. So, ito yung normal capacity ng company, 20,000. Pero yung actual capacity is 21,000. There is a difference na volume variance, 1,000 units. Ano ito yung F? Favorable. Favorable para sa company. Why? Ito lang yung pinapagawa. Bakit 21,000 yung ginawa nyo? So, favorable on the part of the company. So, unit fixed overhead, 20 pesos. So, the volume variance in pesos is 20,000 favorable. So, what is volume variance? Volume variance represents the ability of the business to meet its normal capacity. So, ibig sabihin, kapag naabot ng isang company yung kanyang normal capacity, favorable na sa kanya yon, right? Whatever na excess ng normal capacity, volume variance yun, ibig sabihin, favorable na on the part of the company. If normal capacity is greater than actual capacity, there is an under-absorbed capacity and it is an unfavorable variance. If normal capacity is less than actual capacity, there is an over-absorbed capacity and it is favorable variance. Volume variance is included only in the absorption costing income statement. Take note of that, class. So, volume variance daw is under absorption costing only. Walang kinalaman si variable costing. Since volume variance relates to fixed overhead, which is product cost under the absorption method, the volume variance is considered under the variable costing. However, the fixed overhead is period cost, an expense, and it is not subject to cost variance analysis. So, take note of that. So, computation of profit or loss with volume variance. Ito na, class. So, sales. 20,000 quantity sold multiplied by unit sales price. The same. Variable cost of goods sold. Quantity sold times variable costs. Unit cost. Fixed overhead. 22,000 times 20. That is 440,000. Under variable costing class, so magbe-base ka ngayon sa production. So, magkano nga yung production natin? 20. Magkano? So, 20,000. 20,000 times 20 pesos. That is 400,000. Volume variance, favorable, 20,000. Variable expenses. And this is the profit or loss. Under absorption costing, 1,020,000. Under variable costing, 1,040,000. So, production, 21,000 units. Sales, 22,000 units. Change in inventory, 1,000 units. Multiplied by fixed overhead, 20 pesos. So, the change in profit is 20,000. So, take note, ito yung pinagkaiba nila. 1,020,000, 1,040,000 dito. So, ang change in profit nila under absorption at saka variable, 20,000. Case letter B. Sales daw is 15 units. Mas mababa kaysa sa production na 18 units with capacity variance. Compute the capacity variance because the actual production is not equal to normal capacity. Normal capacity is 20,000. Less actual capacity, 18,000. Volume variance is 2,000. Fixed overhead, 20 pesos. So the volume variance is 40,000. Okay, so next. So the profit or loss is computed below. So 15,000, this is the quantity sold. The same. So ito na yung effect ng volume variance class. Unfavorable on the part of the company. Why? Normal capacity mo is 20,000 pero yung production nagawa mo is just only 18,000. So unfavorable nga naman on the part of the company. So the change is under absorption 610,000. Under variable is 550,000. Note that the unfavorable volume variance is deducted from profit. The normal treatment of an unfavorable variance is addition to the standard cost of goods sold using direct method of computation. An increase in cost of goods sold is a deduction from profit. So, itong 40,000 class is deduction daw sa profit or loss. Naintindihan? Next, the difference in operating profit of 60,000 is accounted as follows. So, ito yung difference nila class, ibawas nyo itong 610,000 sa 550,000. That is 60,000. So, ito yung production mo, 18,000. Sales mo is 15,000. Change in inventory, 3,000. Unit fixed overhead is 20 pesos. Change in profit or loss, 60,000. So, ito class yung this is how to get for the change in profit. So, dito kasi, ito na computation is long method ito. So, ipinakita ko lang sa inyo kung ano yung proper way of computation of profit or loss. But, for exam-wise or the quiz, for the quiz, purpose of quiz, so, mas madali ito. So, kunin nyo lang yung difference ng production at saka ng sales, i-multiply nyo sa unit fixed overhead, that is 20 pesos, change in profit, 60,000. So, any question for this topic, so feel free to ask, and then class, kindly study also, even hindi ko na discuss, so study din, and at the same time for you to have more knowledge about management. Malay nyo, one of you is maging manager, so ito yung magiging trabaho nyo for on the real life if you become a manager. So paano kayo magkakaroon ng maraming profit for the business. So since kapag maraming sales or maraming income yung business na pinagtatrabahuan nyo, ibig sabihin may promotion, may incentive on the part of you as the manager. So that's all for this video. So hope you find yourself naka-understand kayo, and feel free to ask question. So that's all.